Thanks for joining me today and learning about the nervous system, which, if you think about it, is amazingly powerful and really enables us to do everything from lifting weights to understanding this video. I wanted to start with a bit of a roadmap of what's going to be covered in this video series. So first, we'll start with an overview of the divisions and subdivisions of the nervous system, and then the second and third videos will be a little bit more applied and more specifically cover how distinct branches of the nervous system are involved in controlling pupil size and muscle contraction. So let's go ahead and get started. The nervous system is classified into the central nervous system, or the CNS, and the peripheral nervous system, or the PNS. You can think of the CNS, which is composed of the brain and spine, as the processing center, while the PNS is responsible for relaying signals between the CNS and extremities and limbs and organs. So again, CNS processes, and then the PNS relays signals. Now it's important to realize this is a two-way street, and I'll give a simple example of that. Let's say you've put your hand on a hot flame. Peripheral nervous system neurons will pick up sensations from your fingers and send them to the CNS. Once the signal gets there, the CNS responds by sending a signal out to the finger through the PNS to get the finger to move away from the fire. Now those nerve fibers carrying signals to and from the CNS have special terms, afferent and efferent. So they sound very similar, but it's not too difficult to remember the difference with this trick. So treat the CNS as your home base. Nerve fibers carrying sensory information, i.e. this fire is hot, to the CNS are called afferent, because they are advancing towards home base. On the other hand, nerve fibers carrying motor information, i.e. to move the finger, out of the CNS and to the PNS are called efferent, because they are exiting home base of the CNS. So again, afferent, advancing, efferent, exiting. So hopefully with that trick, you'll be able to keep those terms clear in your head. Okay, so moving on. Within the PNS are two divisions: the somatic nervous system, which governs skeletal muscles involved in voluntary movements, like walking and waving and things of that nature. And then, on the other hand, you have the autonomic system, which governs involuntary actions. And these are typically visceral functions that are really, really important to survival, but those that we don't have to think about on a minute-by-minute basis, like maintaining your heart rate, or digesting food, or breathing. Now, the autonomic nervous system is further broken down into the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic division, otherwise known as being responsible for the flight or fight response is more active in a very high stress situation where there might be a potential threat to survival. In contrast, the parasympathetic division governs the rest and digest response, which is more active in unstressful situations. Okay, so to quickly recap, the nervous system is broken down into the CNS and the PNS. You have afferent and efferent nerve fibers carrying signals to and away from the CNS, respectively. The PNS is divided into the somatic and the autonomic divisions, so actions you can control in the case of somatic, and actions you cannot by the autonomic. And then finally, within the autonomic nervous system, you have two divisions, the parasympathetic and the sympathetic, which are more or less active depending on how stressful a situation is. Now, if you're still a little bit confused about this smattering of terms, don't worry, because in the next videos, I'll give more concrete examples that will hopefully help you think about these branches of the nervous system in a more applied manner. So I will see you in the next video.